kind of want to sit on down. Let me see. Yeah, I think I like that better. Alright. We're back. Back again. It's been a little minute, but not a long time. I mostly been on. I posted a video on TikTok a couple days ago. Just how I'm feeling, dancing, having a good old time. I'm sitting outside, y'all. It's raining. Got my teeth. You see the rain? I don't know if y'all can see it. Rain. Decided to, sit outside with the rain. See what it's talking about. What is bringing on in? What is washing away? As I sip on my tea. And let me not speak too fast, but my kids is not bothering me. But I'm pretty sure they will be now because there's one looking at me in the window. Kind of creepy. So, I had me a bath, a shower, just rising early, around 8, 9. Kids are still asleep. I hope y'all can hear me. Anyways, I've been trying to get on here since Thursday. I received messages on Thursday, and I'm just going to share a little briefly. On Thursday, I had got, well, first of all, I started and I pulled a card. But, okay, I didn't necessarily pull the card. 2 cards jumped out, right? And it's an animal deck, and the card was snake and a peacock. And snake is like elegant, wise, mysterious, secretive, smooth. It's a symbol of rebirth and evolution, right? And it says, mysteries of life continue to reveal, as do your potentialities. Listen to the still small voice within, and shed your skin yet again to reveal a new, more wonderful you. And then I had peacock, and it says, it is time to be noticed, if not by spectacular appearance, clothing, then by speaking up loud. You are wonderful. Strut your stuff and be heard. I like to be in the background, observing. But I feel like what I have and my experience that I have thus far, it could be beneficial to those that's for me. And that I'm for. Let's say it like that. It says spectacular, starry heaven, eyes of God or goddess, beauty, pride, display for attention, luminescence. That's a peacock. So those are the 2 that I got on Thursday. Also on Thursday, I felt like I wanted to come on and do some kind of video just to start and begin to share. I'm trying to get situated. Share my, I'm going to spill this tea on me, y'all. Share my experiences and my story. Share my story. My journey thus far. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I'm just trying to follow my promptings, and be obedient in that. And whoever it's for, whoever it resonates with, I know it's going to do so. I'm just doing my part. Okay, so then on Friday, y'all know I'm a number person, So when numbers jump out to me, I look them up. I mean, we're in the information age. There's nothing that, if you don't know, it's because you don't want to know. If you don't know something, you have it literally at your fingertips. If you have it in your hand all day, every day, your phone. But numbers that was sticking out to me on Friday was like 9/11, 1/11, 10/10, 11/09. And then I don't know if y'all listened to my other video, but I was telling y'all how the 11s, when I add up numbers and they add up to 11, That's my present moment. That's the reality or the timeline, if you will, that I'm currently on, living on in the physical eye, right? And so it's literally telling me the blueprint. This is where you at right now. And then when 13, my level up number 13 is where I'm going. Let's just say the timeline that I'm going to jump into, because it's happening in real time. So let me be clear. So later on, it was 247, 1147. I'm just not realizing now they both 47. So both of those, you add them up, is 13. Then I had 1156. And I'm just going to briefly share, and then I'm going to get into, because I don't want this to be too long, but I'm going to briefly share what all this means. And we're going to flow. We're going to flow. 9/11 is endings, new beginnings, let go of the past, and transformation. Focus on your personal growth. So focus on yourself, Shahila. 111, be present. Ready to engage with whatever comes. 1010 is spiritual awakening and discovering inner wisdom. 1109, take back your happiness and purpose in life. New beginnings, leadership, and spiritual growth. Focus on your spiritual practices. These are messages right now in the real time. Like sometimes I'll be so focused on my situations and the people that's attached to my situations and trying to get on one accord with them, should I say. And it don't be serving me, let me say that. Because when I invest my time in it, or I've noticed when I invest my time in it, my bad, I got distracted. But when I invest my time in and everything, what I could have been doing for myself, that could be, so y'all know I'm in school, that could be doing my work. I done spent an hour, 2 hours talking to a wall. So nothing came out of it. Nothing got resolved. Not, you know what I mean? So to me, at the end of the day, it feels like, damn, you just really wasted your damn time when I could have been pouring into myself. Taking back my happiness. Happiness, I think it was last year. I had got a reading or whatever, and happiness came out, and I remember giving a response to what was told to me about my happiness. I said that I thought I was happy. I thought I was doing things that was making me happy or whatnot. Hold on. So babe, you need to go, if you're gonna be outside, I don't mind, but you need to go in there and put some shorts on, okay? Put some shorts on. Now, and get some tissue because I see snot in your nose. Blow that out. Okay, let's get it done. And then you can come back out here with mommy.
Okay.
So yeah, when I responded back to what I had received from the reading, it was talking about my happiness. And I sat and thought about that. And I was like, am I truly happy? I think that was the first time that I think I was like set in denial or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I began to think of what are things that make me happy, and then the things that made me happy, I started to realize that the ones I had around me was, I don't know what word I would like to use. I ain't gonna say keeping me away from, or hindering me. They were putting their mouth on it or talking down on it as if it was something dumb. Like, why are you so interested in this? It ain't even that serious. Like, you could be doing something else. It was kind of like that. Just wait. You need tissue too, and you still ain't got no shorts on. This is the life of Keela, okay? When I be trying to do something, but this is real life. I'm not editing. I'm not cutting nothing out. This is what it is. When y'all don't see me, I've been trying to balance between this life, food, and this is what I look at as my work. You know what I mean? Or it will be my work, speaking things into existence. And I'm just like, okay, it's supposed to be a quiet background. It's supposed to, I'm supposed to be professional with this, but this is real life. Close the door. She brought me tissue, y'all, and then she left. I didn't even blow. What the fuck? Close the door. And that's the last time. Thank you, Nyla. Anywho. Okay, so also on Friday. Ooh, that tea feel good going in. Oh, and it feels so good out here. listen to the rain. But then I pulled the card Elephant. And what I wrote down for that, it said a lot, which I understood. But I wrote down key points that what I can work on. Ganesh, it says that goddess can help you get started and break down barriers along your way. So that's something that I think I'm going to tap into. Ganesh. I didn't heard about her. I need to do some research. It's like the elephant, you know. Oh, duh. Sorry, I just had like a duh, girl. But anyway, another thing it said is, that's fine. It says, better to live alone. There is no fellowship with a fool. And I'm in my transitional space or whatever. And a lot of good things is happening. But I'm having to release a lot too. And I feel like a lot that I have to release is a lot that I've been holding on to. Because I see the bigger picture in it. And just wanted to see it manifest, right? But sometimes we're called to release things so that we can receive something greater, because the things that we're holding on to, it's not serving us in the space that we're in, right? Some things are for seasons, some things, you know, hold on. I've already, your sister's in there that you can ask her for help. Stop doing that. I'm not even answering your question. Go ask your sisters for help. They're in there with you for a reason. One thing that I'm having, side note, one thing that I'm having to do is my girls, they're so dependent on me. Like, they come to me for everything. And they can have folks that know how to do it right around them. And then they'll come to me. And I've been having to learn to tell them, just bring to that word. It's like, hey, wasn't your daddy right there? Hey, ain't your sisters right there? Ask them. Ask for help. What you need help with, they'll help. I said, but they not no mind readers. So, and that's taking all of that extra work, if you will, added work on me, off of me. She is so adamant getting out here. Come on so you can blow your nose. Her hair all over her head. I gotta do hair today, y'all. It's Sunday. Kids got school tomorrow. I'll be looking at something. Come on, blow your nose. Blow. Blow. Again. Blow. That feel better? Yeah. Okay, that's what you need to be doing, because I know you be feeling it. If I can see it, I know you can feel it. Yeah. All right. Mommy's doing a video, so don't be trying to ask me 1,000 questions right now. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, moving right along. Actually, I'm not even going to read the rest of my stuff. I think y'all kind of got the flow of my point. Spirit is pushing me out. And I'm saying forcing and making, but we all have choices, so I'm just choosing to answer the call. Let me say it like that. But anyway, what I really wanted to tap into and share with y'all today is about, I think this is back in 2007, 2008, or 2006, 2007. So between 2006 and 2008, I know for sure. Let's just say Shaquilla had like a motherfucking mental break, okay? And let me give y'all a background. In this time, I am in high school, living, of course, with my parents, and I was in church. I was heavy in church, but I also was living my life. I'm gonna say it like that. Living my life as far as I had my friends and I engaged in things that I engaged in. At the time, you know, I was smoking weed, you know, I was drinking. Every blue moon, which wasn't a lot of time, well, ecstasy, or yeah. So this is me just being transparent, and in my journey, that was a couple of times or whatever. Nothing consistent. But smoking definitely, and drinking, those were my things. Okay. And in that space, I was battling myself because I was real heavy in church, and I didn't play church. So it seemed like every time that I would go, and mind you, I went to church on Sundays. I was on a dance team, so practices I believe was on Tuesdays. Wednesday we had Bible study. Thursday, what was Thursday? I don't even know. I can't remember. Fridays, I think it was free. But it was a lot of things that was going on in church, and I was always there. I was always showing up and doing what I needed to do, as far as my position or whatever, you know, or just being there, just hearing the word and taking it on and applying it. So mind you, y'all, being in this lifestyle, I was battling between myself and doing what was told to me is right and what's told to me is bad and that I shouldn't do. I was going back and forth, right? And I was being convicted, like, you know, I'd be at church and maybe sing, boy, I've been convicted. So then, in this time frame that I gave y'all between, I don't know if I was a sophomore or junior, but I know it wasn't my senior. My senior years, I was pretty, like, leveled out. Yeah, I was pretty leveled out. But anywho, I had began to tell my homegirls or whatever that I was hanging out with and my sisters or whatever. I was telling them, you know, I'm about to stop doing all this smoking and drinking and stuff because I was being convicted, right? So I was just sharing and being transparent with them, like, this is my last day. And we all just said that. This is my last day. I ain't smoking no more. I can't do this no more. I gotta get myself together. And my babies are in the background. All three of them, the little ones that made their way out here. Okay, so I was going back and forth with myself. I said, this is my last day, my last weekend rather, right? Cause we be all turned up on the weekends, getting ourselves dolled up, gonna go party and stuff. I said, this is my last weekend. This, you know, I ain't doing this no more. Be careful, Sabaya. Y'all can go ahead and go in. Or be out here and just chill. Get the vibe of the rain. Talk to the rain. But, okay. I'm trying to focus, y'all. I didn't want this to be too long. But I do want to be very transparent so y'all can just see the steps that I had to go through in my mental.
Like this door.
Sabaya. Got it.
Like this door.
This is me breathing because my kids already know I'm finna get on them.
Don't lock this door.
Adios, and don't come back. I greatly appreciate you. Bye. Hurry up, Savannah. Now you just play too much. I can't even take you serious half the time. I said hurry up and you're going in. You see what I'm talking about? Anyways. Okay, so fast forward. You know, I'm going back and forth with this. You know, it's my last day. So things begin to happen to me, right? That I wasn't telling everybody about at first. Like, I wasn't saying shit. I was going through it in my mind and going through it for myself. So there was one time I was in the bathroom in the homegirl's house and we would get ready to go somewhere because, you know, I was dressed up and I was doing my hair. And I went to part my hair to do a straight line. That's it, because I think I'm going to pull the front part back and then have my hair down with some curls. I don't know. But I just remember I was trying to part my hair. And as I'm parting my hair, I'm leaning. You know how you lean into the to the mirror and you look in trying to get that part straight. And as I'm trying to do a straight part, it'll go straight and then it's like zigzag. I'm like, what the fuck? And I tried a couple times and I could not do it. And then I heard something tell me, you're doomed. I'm doomed. And it sounds so gloomy, so just like a demonic voice. It sounded so not nice. And of course, I'm just like, man, I am tripping. So my hunger ended up coming in the bathroom like right after that happened. And I just asked, I said, hey, can you do a part in my head, please? Just one straight little part. And she didn't ask no question, she just did it. So I held on to that. So that's one thing. Another thing that happened, which is the biggie. This is another day, right? Another day that weekend rather, not the same weekend, you know. So I didn't stop. I continued, and I was at my cousin's house, and we in the garage smoking, y'all. We was bad. We was not supposed to be doing that shit, but we was doing it, and we was making it work. Did not get caught. I think the only reason we got caught because my ass lost it and told it. And y'all finna see how that works. Okay, so boom, here we are, smoking. Just finished smoking. We had went into my cousin's room, was sitting there, everybody vibing, music on, just doing our own little thing, you know, talking or whatever. And I'm sitting on the bed, and it started because I had a blanket. She had a blanket. It was like a pink one, but to me it was like red, right? And then there was like it turned sides, and I think it was like blue or whatever, pink and blue on the side. And every time that I had the blanket on me, because I had chills, I was kind of cold, so I had the blanket on. And if it was on the red side, I'd get hot, and then so I'd take it off, and then you know. So I was going back and forth. Let's just say that. I was flip-flopping. 1 minute I'm hot, 1 minute I'm cold. I was going back and forth to that, bouncing back and forth. Another thing that was happening to me that night is my homegirls, when I be talking to them, we could just having a conversation like I'm talking to y'all, and I'm looking at them, and I would see them behind bars, like jail bars, you know, and I didn't like that. And then one of them that I was talking to, they was literally being tormented, right? And mind you, how my mind was thinking, and then I told you I didn't play church, so I read my Bible and stuff like that. So a lot of things that I was experiencing and seeing just with my let's just say my spiritual eye, but I wasn't thinking about it like that then. I was thinking like, oh my goodness, this is like what they was talking about in my head. I'm thinking this is what they were talking about in the Bible, like, you know, when you in hell, something's gonna be tormenting you. But I just remember, like, it's like this thing kept poking at her and stuff, and then she finally like flipped out. And this is all going on. I'm seeing all this going on as I'm literally having a conversation with her. I did not like to see them like that, so I didn't want to talk to them. Like, I kind of like let the conversation die out and was doing my own thing, just in my own head. So after that happened, I was just like tired of going through seeing people behind fucking jail bars, and I'm talking to them, and my body going hot and cold and shit like that, to where I started preparing myself for bed. Everybody's gonna get hyped and having a good time, and Shaquila over here, I am getting it out my clothes, getting in my night clothes, and I hadn't taken no shower, so I was putting, but I had went to go put some powder on, right, just the smoke smell or whatever. I went to put some powder on, and I dropped the powder. So when I dropped the powder, of course, I reached down to pick it up. And when I reached down to pick it up, my back cracked. And I felt like my back cracked so loud to where everybody should have heard it in the room. So I grabbed my back, and I'm goofy, y'all. So I stood up, I said, damn, y'all heard that? And they looking at me like, what? And I'm just like, nothing. Y'all ain't hear my back crack? And they was like, no. So I was just like, okay, it's another thing I'm tripping about. But mind you, when my back cracked, I would see a vision. You know, anytime I bent over like this to lean forward, or anything like in a why wouldn't I say prostate? Is that the right word? The prostate, I would think as if I was carrying my own cross. I was carrying a cross. So, you know, the Bible, they talk about that, carrying your own cross. But I would feel as if I'm carrying my cross like that every time I would bend my back. So I was trying not to bend over because I suck that shit. I didn't want to see that. And okay, so that was going on. Okay, boom. Fast forward a little bit more. My homegirls one of them ended up leaving for whatever reason, or a couple of them did. But I just remember, I'm probably missing some things, but it's been some years. I told y'all this is back in 2006, between 2006 2008 time frame. And anyways, they left to go somewhere, and ended up just being my cousin and me. And we were sitting there, and I remember I was just in my head, but I looked at her and I was like, I was humming and singing in my head. Like, I was at a joyous space. I was just like, I had a lot going on. Like, I remember I had some water, and every time I would drink that damn water, I would feel like I was really flying through clouds, right? And then I was getting that feeling, so my crazy ass turned to my cousin, like, here, you gotta drink some of this water. Like, when you drink it, don't feel like you're flying. So she drank some, and then she's like, oh shit, it do feel like that. We used to do some things, y'all, and I'm knowing now what that shit was about, but then I was not knowing and understanding that. But we was tapped in into some stuff and didn't even realize it. Let's say it like that. But I don't even know how did I know how long I've been on this? Because I don't know. Anyway, so then after that, like, I just had like let's just use the word rejoice. I just had like a spirit of rejoice. I just want to sing and give praises to God, right? And we were just singing songs and stuff, and then all of a sudden, as I'm talking to her, I'm just telling her what I was feeling, and I was just talking, just sharing what was on my mind. And as I was sharing with her, she said, oh my goodness, she said, it seems like you preaching to me. You know, that's what she said, or somewhere along the line. And then I was like, really? I'm just talking to you. Like, just sharing with you what I'm going through or what's on my heart or whatever. Just flowing, basically. And then I remember I was telling her, I said, we can't be like them no more. You know, because she kind of came from like the same background as me, as far as her mom was in the church and they be going to church and stuff like that. So yeah, this is just how I was talking to my cousin about. I was like, we can't be like that no more. We gotta take a side. Like, either we're gonna be all in on this or we ain't. And as I'm talking to her, you know, she was gonna go or whatever. But then all of a sudden, something happened to where she just looked at me, and I swear to y'all, guys, I swear. When she looked at me, she said, well, she said, well, I'm one of them now. Right? And when she said it, I didn't see my cousin. I just seen like a droopy face, like, you know, like droop. But it scared the fuck out of me. And mind you, I'm at my cousin's house, and at this time it's like maybe 3 in the morning, between 2 and 4 in the morning. Hello. And I called my mama, and I'm freaking out. And I said, mama, come get me, and come get me now. So, you know, my mama came because she didn't know what was going on. I didn't say nothing. I just like, come and get me. So she got in the car, of course, and came and drove that little 10 minutes on over to my cousin's house and got me in the wee morning. As I got in that car, because I packed up, I'm like, deuces, cousin, see you later. Got to go. But as I'm in that car, my mama, she didn't say nothing to me, y'all. She just stared at me like, it's them eyes. And then finally I said, okay, mama, I did. I smoked the weed, right? And I just was killing it. But one thing, I was just trying to tell my part. I wasn't trying to tell who was there, nothing. Y'all trying to keep it kind of, you know, surface and just tell on me. So yeah, I smoked that weed and now got me tripping. Type shit. But every time I tried to leave out somebody's name, or I tried to leave out a piece of the story to make it sound a little better for her ears, right? And every time I tried to do that, I would see gates closing and a big, like, grandfather clock, y'all, big ass clock was ticking. And to me, that symbolized me running out of time on getting into heaven, if you will. And I was gonna fucking be left out, and we already know what that is. So That's what I was going through. Anytime I would try to tell a light lie, right, I would, just keep the people's name out. How bad is that? So every time I tried to do that, I would see that clock in them gate, and then I would have to start my story, not just correct that part, but I would start all the way over and tell the story how it happened. So finally, I did manage to do that. And after that, me telling my mom everything. Of course, I'm pretty sure she thought I had lost my mind. I was kooky. I'm so glad that my mom didn't check me into a mental institution, because I'm pretty sure I scared the fuck out of her. But yeah, I just remember. Oh, and it didn't stop there. I told myself with her, and I only remember the time frame between 2 and 4 or whatever. I had called well, it wasn't the church we were going to at the time. It was a previous church we had gone to, but they were like family to us. And I had called them, and I had to tell them the story from the beginning to the end, no lies, and tell them what had happened. And only then did I get my release. You know how they say the truth will set you free? Well, baby, that night it sure did. I told the truth, and I felt at the end, I gotta backtrack a little bit and tell you like the space when I was talking to my mom, telling her a lot. This is when we had called the pastor, one of my pastor at the time, that's like family. We had called them because she was on the phone with them, but I was on her bedside. And I wanted her to read the Bible with me and sing praises and stuff. I wanted her to rejoice with me, right? And she wasn't doing it. She was kind of like on the phone and just like looking at me like, oh, my child is tripped out. And I remember the vision that I got in my head as far as her with that made me kind of like bag up from her and leave her alone, was I was putting my mom in a space of having to choose her salvation, if you will, or her way into heaven, her salvation, or choosing her daughter. And I remember thinking, I never want anybody to have to choose me or themselves. Like, I never wanted nobody to be in that position to have to choose, especially in that kind of heaviness, right? And I still didn't understand it to the fullest, but when I had that vision in my head, I made the choice, and I'm just like, let me get the fuck out and let me accept the fate of whatever's gonna happen with me. So that's when I picked up my little Bible I had at the time, and I went in my room and sat in my bed, closed the door, in my bed by myself. And I remember, I believe it was a psalm. I wish I could remember and recall the actual scripture, but I ended up reading that. And as I read it all the way through, at the end, it was like a closing, like the amen type at the end. And when I finished, everything stopped. Like, it was like, stopped. Like, everything stopped. I wasn't feeling that cross on my back anymore. I wasn't going hot and cold. I wasn't seeing the clocks or the gates closing. Everything stopped, and it was like a peace. And then I was able to sleep. And I had sweet sleep too. And that was the first biggie that I had. But I had to share that story, and I felt like that was the beginning of something so beautiful. And I'm just now is beginning to see why I had to go through that. And I'm gonna say this, and I think I'm gonna put it on a close, and then the next video I'll do, when I have, give me some space, if you will, I'm going to share my 2019 experience, which is something similar, but on a different end. And, I was going to tell y'all something, and I just lost. I kind of felt like I just want to hit that button, like, bye. But, yeah, my next video is going to be about my 2019 experience. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Thank you, gratitude. So, the experience that I had, mind you, I said I was within a church then, and I was battling with myself on, with that. But, damn. They're like, slow down. Okay. Okay, gratitude. It came back again. So I remember I said, like, sometimes I feel like a bridge, if you will. A bridge, because I have the understanding of the way, this is no shade, I'm not throwing nothing, I'm just being very transparent. I have the experience of what your mental feels like and what space you're in when you're underneath a religious standpoint, right? I call myself a Christian. I was a Christian. I believe in, the Holy Trinity, God, Father, Son, all in one, three head. I believed in all that. I believe that I had Jesus coming to save me from my sins, keep me from going to hell and burning eternity. I believed in all of that wholly, right? Could nobody tell me nothing. I had always been an open person to where, even me being a Christian, I could listen to somebody else and they talk about their religion and stuff like that and still be grounded in what I believe. Could nobody shake me, right?